Hello everyone. Now we have to discuss the most important concept, that is resonance. So, resonance is nothing but it is a particular state of the circuit. Okay, means is a resonance in electrical circuit consisting of a passive and active elements, which represents the particular state of the circuit. When the current or voltage in the circuit is maximum or minimum with respect to a particular frequency. So, at that condition we are going to get the maximum impedance or minimum impedance. So, if we are considering a circuit by providing AC excitation with a variable frequency. So, if we keep on changing that frequency, at one particular frequency we are going to get the maximum response, whether it is current or voltage depends upon the circuit. We are going to get the maximum response at the output terminals at that particular frequency. At that condition we are going to get maximum impedance or minimum impedance, but the power factor is always unity. So, this is about the resonance. Next we have to discuss the condition to get that resonance, that is the condition to have resonance is simply it is XL is equals to XC, that is inductive reactance is equals to capacitive reactance. Means what is XL? Here XL is equals to omega L, XC is what? 1 by omega C. If we keep on, for example, if omega is here, omega is directly proportional to what? XL, but here omega is inversely proportional to the XC. If we keep on increasing this omega, what will happen? This XL should increases. What will happen to this XC? It should, if it is increases, this is decreases. So, if the frequency increases, this omega is nothing but 2 pi f, no? 2 pi f is nothing but omega. This is nothing but frequency in radians per second. If we keep on increasing this omega from 0 to some particular value, what will happen? With respect to this frequency, XL should be increases, but XC should be decreases. So, this is XL, this is XC. If we keep on increasing this omega naught, what will happen to this? This is increases, this is decreases like this. So, low to high, here it is high to low, but this is decreases, sorry, this is increases from low value to high value, this is decreases from high value to low value. What will happen? This is increases, this is decreases. At one particular frequency, these two values should be equal. At one particular frequency, these two values should be equals, right? Now, XL is equals to XC. That is why we have this condition. So, at this condition we are going to get that resonance condition. Okay. So, what is that particular frequency? At one particular frequency we are going to get the resonance now. That what is that frequency? The frequency at which the net reactance, what is net reactance? That is XL minus XC, right, is 0, is called resonant frequency. That frequency is called resonant frequency. So, the frequency at which the net reactance is 0, that is XL minus Xc is equals to 0. From this, XL is equals to Xc. XL is what? Omega L, which is equals to 1 by omega C. We are talking with resonance frequency, that is why it should be omega naught, omega naught. From this, omega naught square is equals to 1 by L C. So, omega naught is equals to 1 by square root L C radians per second. So, this is the resonant frequency in radians per second. If it is 2 pi f naught, which is equals to 1 by root L C, from this f naught is equals to 1 by 2 pi root L C. This is in terms of hertz. So, this is the formula for resonant frequency in radians per second and hertz, that is 1 by root L C radians per second or 1 by 2 pi root L C hertz. So, at this condition we are going to get that resonance. That resonance, what is that particular frequency? That particular frequency is nothing but resonant frequency. Okay. Here I am going to consider series RLC circuit. CLR, and this is the supply voltage at particular frequency. Okay. So, the resonance in any system is occurs due to what? L and C. So, because of these two, inductor and capacitor, we are going to get the continuous oscillations in the circuit, continuous oscillations in the circuit. That is, we all know that what is the impedance, which is equals to R plus J into XL minus XC. This is series RLC circuit. We all know that under resonance condition, this net reactance should be equals to 0, that is Z is equals to R, right. Means the circuit acts as pure resistive circuit is acts as pure resistive circuit. If it is pure resistive circuit, therefore, what is the phase angle between voltage and current? 0 degrees. Therefore, power factor is what? 1. Satisfied? In any case, the power factor is UPF. So, this is very important point. Under resonance condition, the circuit is acts as pure resistive circuit and the power factor is what? Unity. What about that current? So, here the impedance is nothing but R. Is this low value or high value? If for example, Z is equals to square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square, for example, XL is more than XC. So, the value of this total magnitude is more than this, right. Here this term is 0, obviously this value should be low compared to this whole value. Okay. So, here the impedance value is very low, low value of impedance. So, what about current? Current is equals to what? V by Z. This is very low. What will happen to the current? Max. So, this is very important observation. So, in this case, in this condition, circuit acts as pure resistive circuit and the power factor is unity and low impedance we have to get low impedance value, and what about the current value? Maximum current. So, at one particular frequency, we are going to get the maximum response. That response is nothing but current. At that condition, we are going to get the low value of the impedance at power factor unity. Statement satisfied, I think. What is the statement? If we keep on increasing the frequency at one particular frequency, we are going to get the maximum response. That response is what? In this condition, maximum current. At this condition, we are going to get maximum or minimum value of impedance. Here, we are going to get minimum value of impedance at the power factor is unity. Okay. So, this is the very important observations in case of series RLC circuit. So, here we have low impedance value, maximum current. So, now I am going to draw the curve. So, this is frequency from 0 to infinite, 0 to infinite. Okay. So, this is the current. Okay. At one particular frequency, we are going to get the maximum current, So, this is the frequency range in x axis, and at one particular frequency, we are going to get maximum current. So, now here I am providing the particular frequency. That particular frequency is nothing but what? Omega naught, that is resonant frequency, right. So, at this frequency, I am going to get maximum current. The current is, this is max, I max, right, I max. Now, what is the current value when omega equals 0? What is the current value when omega is infinite? We do not know, but at one particular frequency we are having maximum current. That is the point only we have, but we do not know what is the value of current when the omega value is very low, when the omega value is very high. Okay. See, we all know that X L is what? Omega L, X C is what? 1 by omega C. If omega is equals to 0, omega is infinite. When omega is equals to 0, X L is what? X L is equals to 0. What is X C? X C is equals to infinite. When omega is infinite, this should be infinite, this should be 0. This should be 0. See, at this condition, X L is equals to 0, X C is infinite, means this is 0, X L is 0, means what? It acts as short circuited. What about X C? Infinite. Infinite means what? It is open circuited. So, at this condition, is there any current in the circuit? Because this is short circuited, this is open circuited, there is no current in the circuit. So, when omega value is 0, there is no current in the circuit. That is why when it is 0, there is no value of current in the circuit. So, like this we are going to get. So, when omega is infinite, X L is equals to infinite, X C is equals to 0. Here X L is what? This is open, this is short. In this condition also, this is open circuitry condition, there is no current in the circuit. So, when it is infinite, there is no current in the circuit. When it is 0, to some extent, there is no current in the circuit. Now, we have to discuss what is the range of this signal that we have to get the current. We have to get the range, in that range only we have to get the current. We do not know from here to here, we have to assume that is it. From here to here, there is no value of the current in the circuit, but exactly we do not know what is the range. From here to here, we have the current. Can we say exactly? No. Now, we have to decide the range of the signal. In that range, we have the current. Okay. So, that criteria which is used to tell in this range, we have the current in the circuit is nothing but the power, which is equals to half of that maximum power. So, based upon this condition, we have to say. So, in between the range, we have the current in the circuit. Okay. So, based upon this criteria, we have to tell the current is present between one value of omega to another value of omega. Okay. So, we all know that P max is what? Simply I square R, no? It is nothing but I max square into R. Then substitute this P max value into this. So, from this power is equals to what? Half into P max is what? I max square into R. So, here we can write this I max by root 2 whole square into r. Can we write like this? I max by root 2 whole square into r. There is no problem at all. So, this I max by root 2 is nothing but what? Simply it is nothing but I square r, that is IRMS square. Simply it is nothing but IRMS, Im by root 2, I square r. Okay. Now, it is nothing but which is equals to I square r. Therefore, I is equals to what? Im by I max by root 2. So, when the current is I max by root 2, that is, this is I max. What is I max by root 2? Which is nothing but 0.707 of I max, right? 0.707. This is nothing but I max by root 2. That is, this is omega 1, this is omega 2, this is omega 1, this is omega 2. That is, when the current is more value of this I max by root 2, if I is more than I is greater than I max by root 2 and I is, if I is less than I max by root 2, there is no current. So, from here to here we have satisfactory signal. In between the range from omega 1 to omega 2, we have the satisfactory operation of the circuit, that is. So, this is nothing but bandwidth. So, from omega 1 to omega 2, we have satisfactory operation. Okay. So, like this we have to get the range of bandwidth. Here the bandwidth is nothing but what? Bandwidth is nothing but omega 2 minus omega 1, that is radians per seconds, radians per seconds. Now, we have to get the derivation of this bandwidth. Derivation of bandwidth. We all know that I is equals to I max by root 2, right. Here I is nothing but what? Simply it is nothing but V by Z, which is equals to 1 by root 2 I max, that is V by R. When we are going to get maximum current? When the circuit is pure resistive circuit. So, from this cancel. So, simply 1 by Z is equals to 1 by root 2 into 1 by R. From this Z is equals to root 2 R. Z is equals to root 2 R. From this Z is equals to what? Square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square, which is equals to root 2 R. So, from this R square plus XL minus XC whole square into 2 R square. So, XL minus XC whole square is equals to R square. R square. So, now XL is what? Omega naught L minus 1 by omega naught C whole square, which is equals to R square. From this we have two cases, that is case 1, that is omega 1 L minus omega 1 C, which is equals to plus R. Okay. Why I am going to consider this omega 1? Now, I have to derive the derivation for bandwidth, that is omega 2 minus omega 1. So, based upon this condition, first case 1 we have to assume omega 1 in place of omega naught. In case 2, omega 2 L minus omega 2 C is equals to minus R. So, by solving this case 1, case 2, we have to get omega 1, omega 2. So, now considering case 1, that is omega 1 L minus omega 1 C is equals to R. So, omega 1 square into L C minus 1 which is equals to omega 1 RC. So, omega 1 square LC minus omega 1 RC minus 1 is equals to 0. So, from this omega 1 square minus omega 1 RC by LC minus 1 by LC is equal to 0. From this CC gets cancelled. So, we are going to get omega 1 square minus omega 1 into R by L minus 1 by LC is equals to 0. This is in the form of quadratic equation. So, we have to get omega 1 is equals to minus B, that is minus of minus plus R by L plus R minus, now here I am going to consider only plus, minus B square, that is R square by L square minus 4 AC, minus of minus plus 4 by LC by 2A. A is nothing but 1, simply it is 2. So, from this omega 1 is equals to, this 2 can be plus, which is equals to 1 by 2 R square by L square plus 4 by LC. So, here omega 1 equals to R by 2L plus it is, now we have to transfer this 2 into the square root, that is R by 2L whole square, like this we have to write, okay, plus here it is 1 by 4 into 4 by LC, 4 gets cancelled. So, from this omega 1 is nothing but R by 2L plus R by 2L whole square plus 1 by LC. So, this is omega 1. Similarly, by solving case 2, from case 2 we have omega 2 is equal to, simple, in place of R by 2L we have minus R by 2L, minus R by 2L plus, we have again this term is same, R by 2L whole square. If we have any doubt, just solve the case 2 in this manner. So, this is omega 2. So, we all know that bandwidth is what? Bandwidth is equals to omega 2 minus omega 1, okay, or omega 1 minus omega 2, the range, the higher value minus lower value, okay, whether it is omega 1 minus omega 2 or omega 2 minus omega 1 or omega 1 minus omega 2, higher minus lower, that is it. So, here after getting bandwidth, after solving these two equations, we are going to get omega 1 minus of omega 2 is nothing but we are going to get R by L, radians per second, or we can get bandwidth R by 2 pi L hertz, R by 2 pi L hertz. So, this is the derivation for the bandwidth. This is the derivation for the bandwidth, that is R by L or R by 2 pi L, R by L or R by 2 pi L. See, from this omega 1 is nothing but what? This is A, for example, this is B, this is, or this is A, this is B, this is A, this is minus B, A plus B into A minus B, that is A plus B into A minus B is equals to what? A square minus B square, right, which is equals to omega 1 into omega 2, which is equals to, we are finally after solving we are going to get 1 by LC, which is equals to what? Omega naught square. So, omega naught is equals to square root of omega 1 into omega 2 radians per second. So, this is very important observation. This is geometrical mean of the omega naught. If we are that is bandwidth by this resonant frequency we are going to get 1 by q, that is, which is nothing but r by L into omega naught, which is equals to omega naught into L by R, that is 1 by omega naught L by R, right, which is equals to 1 by q. So, the relation between bandwidth with respect to resonant frequency, which is equals to 1 by q. So, this is the relation between bandwidth and the quality factor. Now, we have to discuss one problem, that is, a coil has a resistance of 20 ohm and a inductance of 80 millihenry are connected in series with a capacitor of 100 picofarad. Calculate the impedance, current under resonance, and also calculate the resonance frequency, bandwidth and quality factor, and given the supply voltage is what, 50 volts. So, these are the list of formulas, that is resonance frequency, bandwidth, quality factor and the relation between the quality factor and bandwidth. So, first we have to calculate the impedance, that is nothing but V by I, V by I. So, which is equal to what is the supply voltage, 50 by the current is what, we do not know, simply current we do not know, but in case of resonance condition the impedance should be equals to what, R. Okay. So, first we have to calculate the impedance value. The impedance under resonance is equals to R, Z is equals to R, which is equals to what, 20 ohms. Okay. The first part is completed. Then we have to calculate the current, that is the current which is nothing but what, V by Z, which is equals to what, V by R, which is equals to 50 by 20, which is equals to 2.5 amps. The current is what, 2.5 amps. So, impedance is there, current is there. So, finally, we have to calculate the resonant frequency. Next one is resonant frequency, that is omega naught is equals to 1 by square root of LC, radians per second. So, if we substitute, what is the value of L, 80 millihenry, and the C is what, 100 picofarad, that is 80 into 10 power minus 3 into 100 into 10 power minus 12. So, from this we got 353 kilo radians per second, approximately 353 kilo radians per second. So, this is the resonant frequency in terms of radians per second. Now, we have to calculate the bandwidth. Bandwidth, which is equals to what, simply R by L, no? In terms of radians per second, that is R by L, that is nothing but R by L. What is R? 20, L is nothing but 80 into 10 power minus 3, which is equals to what, 250 radians per second. So, next one is quality factor, that is omega naught into L by R. So, this is 353 into 10 cube into L is what, 80 into 10 power minus 3 by 20, which is equals to 1414. So, this is about quality factor 1414.